Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bolaji James and this is on Kube Media Network, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install WordPress on your local PC so that you can practice without using the internet. You might be working on a tight budget. As a beginner, you just want to start your WordPress journey, and basically you want to avoid that cost of getting a domain and hosting, like we did practice installing WordPress on a live host in my last tutorial. So this is for you if you want to run this on your computer without incurring those costs. So let's go into the video very quickly. Now, for you to do this, there are some tools you need. So you still need to use the internet at least to get your files ready, to prepare yourself. So first you need to visit the internet. Just type either XAMPP download, that is XAMPP download, and the first result here, which takes you to apachefriends.org, is what you need. Or rather, you can decide to use MAMP, MAMP. So search for MAMP download, and the first result is MAMP.info, which is where you need to go. So you can download either of these. Download the version for your particular system depending on the system you are using. So you can say that. So you can download from here. So then for MAMP also, you can download for whatever system you are using. So if you click on this place, once it's finished loading, this is the recommended for my system because I'm using Windows. So I just go ahead and download. This should be around 450 MB or thereabout. So I'm not going to download any of this. I have both of them on my system. So once you download any of these two, then you are good to go. So I'm going to close this, and the next one we need to do is visit wordpress.org. Let me go back. wordpress.org. Just type in your browser wordpress.org and you should have this screen here, and all you need to do is just click on get WordPress, and that is pretty much all you need to do. Just come down to this place here and say download WordPress. So you download the latest version of WordPress, which is what I just did here now. So this is it. So just click on download WordPress, and I'm going to pause this because I don't need it. I just did that right now. You can see 6.0.2. I just did that right now. So once you have these two files, then we can go ahead and start working. Now, for you to say that we are actually doing every other thing offline, once you have these two tools, then this is what I want to do. Open my internet connection, and then I'm just going to disconnect this. So this is disconnected, and then we can start working offline. You can actually start practicing your WordPress design offline. Alright, so let's go. The next thing we need to do once we've done this is to locate the file that we have just downloaded. In my case, like I told you, I said I have it already. So if you look at this place, this is XAMPP, and then I have MAMP on my desktop. This is it here, and of course MAMP is installed. So I'm using MAMP for this tutorial. This is it here. So what I need to do next is to do what? Load my MAMP, and once it's loaded, you need to ensure that these two are turned on, please. the Apache server and the MySQL server must be turned on. If for any reason maybe one of them is not turned on when you load, go ahead, turn this off by clicking this stop server and then turn it on again, so that you have these two loaded. So okay, good. So once you've done that, the next thing you need to do before you actually go into the process is locate the folder, the file we just downloaded from WordPress here. So this was the second one I was trying to download that I cancelled. So this is the one that I downloaded earlier. So all you need to do is go ahead and copy this, and if you go to your computer storage, go to this PC, you need to locate your local disk, open your local disk, and inside of that you should have this MAMP folder. If you are using XAMPP, you see XAMPP. So, and once you get this folder, you need to open it again and look for a folder called htdocs. So you know, on the live host we're looking for public underscore html. That is where you have all your internet folder. So here you open this htdocs, and let's paste that WordPress file that we just downloaded. This is it. And then the next thing we do is extract this. So we extract, and then we should have a folder called WordPress, and this folder called WordPress, we can change the name to anything. So while this is extracting, let's do something else. The next thing we need to do is to click on open start page. So if you click on this should take you to your default browser. So it will take you to your default browser, but for any reason, let's assume you don't want to use this default browser, because like this is going to use the Internet Explorer that came with my system. But if I don't want to use that, you don't need, then all you need to do in that case is you can close this browser and open pretty much any browser. So I was using Chrome earlier, so I can open a new tab here and just type localhost /MAMP. Sorry, MAMP. Okay, and localhost /MAMP. Okay, let's ensure that here my tools are turned on. It's like this system is becoming unresponsive. So type localhost. So this is it. So localhost /MAMP. Alright, so we have this here, and the next thing we want to do now is go back to the folder that was extracted. Okay, so it's fully extracted, and like I said earlier, you can change this to anything. You can leave it as WordPress, you can change it to any other thing. So let's just take an example, for instance, just to show you that you can change it. We can say Uncle B. Okay, so we can make it Uncle B like this, and then once we've done this, basically you can delete this other one if you wish. So you can delete this, and then we come back to our tool here. Once this is fully done, then come back to this place and click on tools and go to PHP MyAdmin. Go to PHP MyAdmin, and we're going to create a database. Okay, so it's loading up. So we want to create a database now, and what we need to do is just come to this side here where we have list of databases, and okay, it's still loading, loading. Okay, good. So we click on new, and come to this place and just give it a name. We can use the same name, we can use another name, it's not compulsory. So that one is Uncle B. We can say let's say tut tutorial, as in. So let's just say create, just give it any name, it doesn't really matter. So all you need to know is take note of the name you gave to it, as we will be going to the next step. And also there are also details you need to take note here. If you scroll down here, we have the default username and password given to us by MAMP, which we will use to run this installation. Take note of this. Username is root, password is root, and of course the database that we just created right now is tut. Okay, so now move to another tab here and type in localhost / then the name you gave to that folder, that is this folder here, and that is Uncle B. So localhost / Uncle B, hit the enter key, and this should load up the WordPress installation screen for you, where you can now go on with a WordPress installation. Okay, we wait for this to load quickly. There has been a critical error. Okay, let's refresh this. Okay, so you know, just like we have network issue on the live host, we can also have a kind of network issue. So it's nothing serious, we just refreshed and it came up. So let's go. So it says you should take note of all this which I've shown you before. So the database name which you just created, tut, username like we saw there is root, and password is root. Every other thing lived as default. So tut, root, and then we submit, and it says, all right, Sparky, you have made it through this part of the installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. So now run the installation. So run the installation, and we have a local version of what we have on the online installation of WordPress, where you give your site a name and all of that, but not everything you have there that is appearing here. So we can say this is a WordPress tutorial. Okay, so any name just as usual, then a username. What do we make as the username? We can say Uncle B. Yes, so let's say username is Uncle B, and password, hide this and create your own password, or you can use the generated password and just keep it somewhere. So I'm just going to create something like for me, let me just use the generated password. Okay, so let me create let's use this. Just copy it and keep somewhere. But if you don't want to use it, you can actually create your own. So that is that. Then your email, I just put in this email. Normally, on the live host you should have a webmail that you have created. So I'm just going to put in this, and then we go ahead and install WordPress. Okay, so the WordPress installation should be done in a minute or thereabout. So we'll wait for this to load, and we should get a success message. Okay, wow, what is this? Critical error. I think this is just network problem. I want to believe that this was successful. Let's reload and see what happens. Okay, so you can see already installed. So it's already installed, and we can proceed from there. So we can proceed from there. What do? We can go ahead and log in. So that error was just due to network. So what do? Put in a username, which is Uncle B, and then the password, which I've copied, I'll just paste, and then log in. So boom, we have a dashboard. Okay, so you have a WordPress installation on your PC that you can play around with. You can do whatever you want to do here. If you need any plugin, go online and then download it, install it, and practice with it. So when you are fully ready, then you can go ahead and deploy online. You can just back it up and take it online, or if this is just a practice, then once you are good to go, you can start working online. I want to believe that tutorial was so helpful. If it does, please give a like to the video, subscribe to this channel if you are new. I want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another tutorial very soon. Bye for now.